At a time when the overall market is still within striking distance of its all-time highs, maybe it's worth circling back to a stock that's pulled back hard, down to just $1 above its 52-week low. I'm talking about AGCO, the third largest maker and distributor of agricultural equipment on Earth, which has been having a tough time lately, courtesy of a difficult ag environment with all sorts of falling crop prices. Wow, this morning AGCO reported a quarter that the market was not particularly happy with, delivering an 8-cent earnings beat off of $1.69 basis, but with weaker than expected revenues and downside guidance for the year. In response, the stock dropped $2.44 or 4.77%. So we got to ask 4.7%. So we've got to ask ourselves: has AGCO been punished enough? Is it viable, or is there more pain to come? Let's take a closer look with Martin Richenhagen. He's the chairman, president, and CEO of AGCO. Find out more about the quarter and his company's prospects. Mr. Richenhagen, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you very much.
Well, sir, I've been focused on the idea that some cycles that had been just terrific for so long may be either running out or pausing. The agricultural cycle had been one of the great stories for multiple years. When I read through your quarter, sir, I was trying to figure out whether this is a pause or whether we got real problems.
No, we don't have real problems, and I don't think also that structurally a lot changed. The fundamentals still are very strong, but what we expected, and everybody in the industry does, is a little pause. It's partially because of lower commodity prices, as you mentioned already, partially because the fleet is rather new now, because farmers invested so much during the last many years. We had several record years in a row. And then we face certain problems which are not related to the industry at all, like France is very unstable. Right. Then we have problems coming from the east, and that basically doesn't help.
Well, let's talk about some markets that were surprisingly weak. North America, is that just a function of corn?
Yeah, it's a function of corn for the arable farmers. So America is somewhat split into two businesses in general. So we have those guys who do farm crops like corn and soybeans and wheat and so on. They are not doing as well as expected, but the weather basically supported them. So prices are down and yields are up. So that means farm income will be good. And then on the other hand, there are guys who benefit from lower crop prices because for them they are inputs, and this is basically the chicken and dairy industry. They're doing very well, but they typically buy small tractors, which is not our strength.
Okay, let's talk about, are there different parts of Europe that you're very worried about and others that you're okay with?
Yeah, there's some countries in Europe finally coming back to normal, and those are England, Spain, and also Scandinavia, which is Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and also partially Finland. And then there are other markets, they're the bigger ones, unfortunately, like Germany and France, not doing so well. And on top of that, we are the market leader in those markets. So we are hit a little bit more than some of our competitors.
But I felt that you had some good things to say about Brazil, that you think that Brazil could be turning here.
Yeah, Brazil actually is doing not as bad as expected. Overall, the farm sector is very important for Brazil, but we have some political instability, so the president is not doing so well. And also during the World Championship of Soccer, the country was not really working hard, so that means everything lags behind a little bit. So Brazil is also not really doing as good as in previous years.
But we do know there's an election coming up, and it's making a lot of people feel like that Brazil could be a better place to invest if the more capitalist administration is elected.
Yeah, that's true. But one has to have in mind that the president is coming from a basically kind of more, we would call it, socialist party. Right. But her predecessor, who was the union leader at VW, so he was a kind of very, we would call him maybe left-wing guy, turned out to become a pretty good president. So she is maybe not as good as her predecessor, and that will be interesting to see what's going on. A big problem, of course, we face in Argentina. Big. Right. So the market as such is not that important for us, but we where we basically did open a factory there, a brand new factory, and now the market is falling a little bit behind. It's not the market, it's the whole country facing serious problems, as you are well aware of.
Okay, speaking of serious problems, Ukraine. I know that we had talked and we had hoped that, Russian business could be okay and that Ukraine would be resolved peaceful. That has not happened. Prognosis, Russia. Prognosis, Ukraine.
Yeah, well, Ukraine actually for us is doing okay because we do have some major business with the GSI division. So that means they invest in infrastructure, and also Exim Bank helped them a little bit. So we could do some nice deals there. And our grain elevator business in Ukraine is doing pretty well, better than expected. Russia is very, very slow, and who knows what kind of sanction we might have to expect. So what I was hoping is that Russia could compensate a little bit for the headwind we are facing from some of the Western European countries, but most probably that will not happen this year.
All right, well, tough times, but obviously since you're buying back a lot of stock right here, right now, you clearly believe 2015 is going to be an uptick.
Well, the buyback, of course, the time for the buyback is pretty good, right. But it's not so that we basically try to perform below expectation intentionally. First and second quarter were pretty okay, so they were not as good as last year, but we were slightly above guidance and also consensus. Only the rest of the year, we are not that optimistic, and we basically are a little bit more cautious. I'm sure that we will deliver.
All right. Thank you so much to Martin Richenhagen, the chairman, president, and CEO of AGCO. Good to see you, sir. This tough sector became a tough sector all of a sudden. We have to understand that whether we were talking to Deere, would have been the same if we were talking to Monsanto. Just a very tough business, but it is a cyclical business, and it can snap back. Stay with Cramer.